So, how are you enjoying the meal? I made sure to prepare only the best for you. And I won't admit how long I spent choosing the perfect wine to go along with. To be honest, I haven't had any guests come to my home in a very, very long time, let alone one as special as you. So, let's just say it's been a while since this dining room has seen any real use. You like the chandelier? Yes. I know it's not set very brightly right now, but that's what the candles are for. In all honesty, I used to keep many large candles and candelabras all over my old manor. Still, I like to keep a few around for special occasions such as these. And I am certainly glad I did. The candlelight paints your face so softly. It brings out your natural beauty. I know I told you to dress up if you wanted, but that dress with those heels and that striking jewelry, God. I know I played coy, but you truly stunned me. You're more elegant and graceful now than I've ever seen you before. I didn't even know you owned a dress and heels like that. Not that I needed you to in any way. Don't forget I love you in your pajamas when you're professional attire just as much. What I wanted to say is, I've never seen you go such lengths to look so glamorous in such an overwhelming manner. In fact, I am flattered beyond words that you'd even show me this side of you. It makes me so glad to have you all to myself tonight. Here, in my own home, I can look at you all I want. No prying eyes to see my special, gorgeous treat all prettied up. Unless you'll enjoy me showing you off. You like that idea? Then perhaps I can put you on my arm and show you to all highbrows at the public function sometime. With you at my side, wearing something like this, and bearing my mark on your neck, so visible and exposed by your dress, I don't think a soul who would glimpse at us would be left untouched by jealousy. Oh, you think that sounds shallow? Well, of course, my pet. That would be the entire point. Indulging in petty mental enjoyment of feeling superior and allowing yourself to be lusted after, for a lack of better word, by all those powerful people who will never be able to have you. It's all another vice, do you see? Like food, wine, pleasure. It's just pride, sweet. That's all it would be. A fantasy that I can bring into reality if you so desire. And for me, well, let's just say, scolding a woman as breathtaking as you, for all others to see, gives a man such a rush of power. Though, if you'd feel uncomfortable with the idea, we can just leave it to mellow in your head where you can enjoy it at will. It doesn't matter to me right now. Power, I have plenty. But you're something I can't get enough of. And I am in no mood to share you with anyone else tonight, not even to show you off. No, I want to keep you close, all to myself. You know, your heart has been beating so fast since I've let you in, and I know the wine has helped you calm down a little, but when I stare at you like this, I can feel how excited it makes you. I am sorry, princess, but I can't simply turn it on and off. It's an ability that all vampires have. It's just as natural as any other sense would be. We used to use it to hunt centuries before peace with humans. And even after the taboo of humans allowing us to safely feed on them dissipated, we've never lost our predatory instincts. We've just simply evolved, you could say. I am too young to remember a time when feeding and pleasure were not intermingled. There are always those who go too savage, as you well know, but on the whole, our races greatly benefited from each other by now. I can say surely that I am proud of my ancestors for changing their attitudes of regarding humans as life-giving individuals rather than prey to be chased down. Once that thought took root, they've begun to cherish humans. I don't suppose you knew that, did you? That apart from a few bad apples, most vampires treasure human life. Oh, I see. Yes, I'll admit that it can come off as condescension, but try to see it through our eyes. You humans are fragile beings, holding the very essence of what sustains us. Like glass vessels, we must handle it with delicate care, so as not to shatter you and doom us both. It would be a tragic waste to deliberately break something so beautiful. Drinking from that vessel slowly, savoring it, respecting it, and appreciating it in every possible way. That's our mindset now. And if I must say myself, seduction is so much more satisfying than the old ways of hunt or be hunted. Though our old instincts certainly still aid us in our ability to find feeding partners. Does that idea frighten you? I should have guessed it by now. I've told you about hearing your heartbeat plenty of times by now, but it's so much more than that. The heart can race from fear, anxiety, pain, just as quickly as it can from desire or excitement. It's not simply the sound that allows us to tell the difference. I guess there's no good way of explaining it, but we can sense them. It's impossible to describe it. It's so innate, built into us so naturally that I have no words to explain the sensation. Think of it as trying to explain what a color would look like. It's reading the expressions to know exactly how someone feels, only without using your eyes. And you're never guessing. You just know. I guess this just confirmed what I already knew. My little fearless daredevil, You wanted me to catch you from the moment we've both met, didn't you? Don't give me that innocent look. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I just told you that I can sense it, and I know how clever you are. So put the pieces together. Remember when we first met? There were a million reasons for your heart to be racing in your position. New to the workplace, surrounded by strangers, and then, suddenly, alone with the boss. But you weren't just nervous, were you? At first, you may have been a generally timid little newbie, but your heart painted a very different picture of who you are. Beneath all that shyness, I can only imagine what scenarios popped into your mind. And I am not a mind reader, but they've had to have been, let's just say, less than appropriate for you to hit my senses the way you did. That mix of sweet innocence and raw desire and passion is exactly what made me proposition to you on the spot. And you have let me have a little taste right then and there, didn't you? I knew that even that small bite would take you off the edge for the rest of the day, and it would bring you back to me, eventually. Even now you look so shy, but I can tell just how excited you are hearing me talk about this, aren't you? Come on, tell me. You were always so honest, even if I have to ask you outright to get you to speak the words. Maybe I'll have you answer a few more questions for me, just to hear your endearing honesty. Why not tell me what I already know? That the incredible stress relief that my feedings gave you was only a fringe benefit. That all you really wanted was my attention. Everyone knows that being a feeding partner is very, very intimate, and that intimacy doesn't automatically translate to desire. But you desired me from the very beginning. That feeding was just a pretext in your mind. However much you enjoyed it, you always wanted more, didn't you? The way you always moved against me when I fed on you. Did you even realize that you were rotting your hips forward so slowly like that, over and over? You might as well have been whispering, "Fuck me, boss. Fuck me. Fuck me." And every single time, it was so tempting. And the more I held back, the more you wanted it. I had intended to wait just a bit longer, but then you've had that accident, and I was beat at my own wanton game. I could have fed off any other human while you were recovering, but I only wanted you. By the time I snapped into the copy room that day, I already knew there was no point dragging out this any longer. God, you didn't even hesitate to let me kiss you for the first time. I didn't exactly ease you into that, did I? But you've just let me. Oh, you shouldn't show me that shy face. For as polished and sophisticated as you look right now, when you make that sweet blushing face, it drives me wild. I'd ask you if you want to finish your wine, but I don't think you can wait any longer than I can. Stand up for me. Walk to the far end of the table. I'll follow you. Here, up onto the table. You deserve to be savored like the most lavish of meals. Though most meals don't entail cradling such beautiful hips or lips as tasty as yours. Don't go getting too shy on me now, my treat. Go ahead, put your arms around my neck, as if you haven't been dying to kiss me all night too. You probably know this, but it's a shame that you spent so much time in your hair. I'm going to make a mess of it before tonight's over. This one free lock that you curled and draped down over your shoulder. I don't know why, but it's so alluring. This is such a fine dress. My hands sleep over it like it's water. And it shows off your neck so well. I love seeing my mark there, standing out against such a perfect skin. I know how much you want this, but I don't think the wine was enough to calm your nerves. In all honesty, I wanted to wait, wanted to lavish you with pleasure before and after, but it would be so much better with you all happy and eager after feeding. Don't you want to feel blissfully unconcerned about everything? No worries at all, just oblivion and sensation. I could promise you that even without a feeding, but you know well how it always takes the edge off of you. And you really can expect to wear something like this and me not to go straight to your neck. It's really you who's dressed to kill tonight, isn't it? Did you plan on me doing this first, to ease you into the rest of the night? Oh my, such cunning deserves to be rewarded. Now, tilt your head back for me. Good girl. And let me just... That's it. Just a taste. I can't risk taking too much. Not today. Though, if you wanted, you wouldn't exactly be needing the energy. You could just leave everything to me tonight. You're my one and only focus in the entirety of the world right now. No distractions or restrictions. I won't make you do anything you don't want to, my sweet. But what do you desire? I'll give it to you until you're squirming and begging for more. Right now, you're asking me to lay you out over this table and eat you all.